But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
There you go again, apologizing.
My name is Eugene Mikotoba.
Well. Does the accused admit defeat already?
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report.
In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way.
Oh dear. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. This new innovative thing.
A photograph of the victim.
A photographic print that shows the victim. He was shot from the front in the chest and subsequently died.
Oh no.
Got a dancing Bowser in the chat now. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. To think just like this is just like 120 years ago, and people back then many had never seen a photo.
Mm-hmm.
We got many dancing Bowsers.
Oh, he's taking over. Oh no.
Oh, God.
It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. He's just amazed. But
Whoa.
let me just get that. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Holy shit, a photo!
Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. And amazed by this new innovation. Like, holy crap, it's so detailed. Let us start the trial. Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Oh, this is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba?
Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... While I can still act as your assistant.
Ah, of course! When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
Well, what's an impression?
Thank you.
He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma.
Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Lol.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Are you all right? You seem to be coughing up some. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago. Understood. Osanaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else at the place. Oh. It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Yes! Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection!
Objection! I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report on what he saw, you amateur.
Your cat's a weirdo. What's she doing now? But
the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruto. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back.
he's looking at the ceiling at nothing. Yeah, that's cats for you.
There's a ghost.
Wow! Wow. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today.
Yes, without question.
I see.
Let me just check if we got the... yes. Waiter of the carnival, he was serving there on the day. 29, okay.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table.
What's the matter, Ryunosuke?
That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at his table.
Really?
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. It's his job to see the people in the restaurant. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? Are you, you're doing this? You're looking like a certain other person we'll be seeing sometime in the future.
What do you do with those Eggman-shaped glasses?
I don't think interject now, because we'll get the...
They did say we would get penalized if we did it now.
Yeah,
So
we'll get the...
I think we'll get the chance.
Oh, I forget the name. The counter curse.
The counter curse. Ah.
The cross-examination.
Cross-examination. That's the word.
We'll get the counter curse.
I'm gonna try wait and see. I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject.
Inosuke, if your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you?
I suppose I am. I'd never have gotten into Yume University otherwise.
But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know.
Okay.
If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty.
Alright, you've scared me. I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it.
Yes!
Yes! Just a moment, please. I'm trying to shut my eyes. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection! Dear me, dear me. What are we going to do with you?
Counter curse.
With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw.
Osunaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy.
No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you'd like to.
Let me see. Ah, a sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. How can you tell that from that drawing?
I have no idea.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter.
Thank you, sir.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well...
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are.
What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him.
Something certainly seems to have shaken him.
Sorry.
They're all thinking it.
Yeah.
We're all thinking it.
We're all thinking
Something certainly seems to have shaken him. Cough, cough.
So, the court has now heard a precis of the case.
Oh, damn it, he has COVID. Oh, no.
Oh,
He's 120 years early.
oh no.
Oh, dearie me. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today.
Let me just take a look at this.
Yeah.
Kitchen, entrance. Oh,
Whoop.
okay. Can I see maybe like some traces that he erased? Things. Well, okay. Okay.
It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruto.
Yes, Your Excellency.
He If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I call this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
So there were more people there.
There were 3 tables.
You're going against your own case here, Aochi. What do you think I should do, Kazuma?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikatoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it?
What?
If the accused is in fact innocent, then the defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself?
Cat is staring at you now? Are you a ghost now? Is
Maybe
you the ghost?
Maybe you've been dead all along.
Oh no.
I doubt that.
No, I am a tiger.
The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryosuke.
Oh!
The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Pull my finger. Indeed. Prosecutor Aochi, please continue with proceedings. Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
I can be your devil or your angle.
I can be your devil or your ouchie.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witnesses. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once.
Plural.
Yeah. That's a feature of these games. You get several witnesses.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army's Sergeant Ayasanosa, reporting for duty, sir.
I think that's an I.
Aisanosa.
Ayasanosa. Ayasanosa. Reporting for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employee as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Medusae, a humble premises in the 2nd District, Kyorio Kurakuta, at your service.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day of in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios which I made
Make my business.
my business.
I can't understand a word that old man is saying. You can't just poke your foot. Okay.
He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them.
You can't try to eat your toe, Morgan.
Feed her.
He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
It looks like he'd be a boss at a news article called Daily.
Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson said my brother in the chat.
You're fine, get out. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It's a menace, a monster. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir.
This man's as impossible to understand as the other. Cat, it almost got claw got stuck in the sock. Cool. Cool. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said.
It also looks like he wants photos of Spider-Man. Unfortunately, photographs are very new.
I want this innovative, marvelous device test of Spider-Man.
Okay. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
Starting? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start.
Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir.
Unsavory memories of a most acrobatic afternoon.
Acerbic?
Acerbic afternoon. Acrobatic.
Acrobatic
afternoon. We were doing split.
We were doing splits, sir.
I was flying.
We did our daily parkour at the restaurant, sir. I was climbing up the chandelier.
Okay, what the witnesses saw.
I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a technical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, a cowardly little weasel.
I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysterious absconded precious curio.
From the back, you say?
Yeah, the from the back down.
Well, so you certain sir, actually witnessed a vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! That wicked university cadet, sir! The cruel and unforgivable enemy!
What times we live in, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
But this is ridiculous! I didn't shoot anyone!
Is that really true, Wanosuke?
Yes! All I did was pick up the gun that I saw was lying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant, when I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up, bang!
Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
There is?
Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses.
Cross-examine?
Yes, not cross-examine. Do it now. Do it.
You're
Do
not
it.
a maid. You're not a maid.
You're a lawyer, not a sorcerer. You're a lawyer. You're a lawyer, Ryunosuke.
No, I'm not.
I can't be a lawyer.
I can't be a lawyer, I'm just a student.
As you have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this.
Yes, wait,
You're not at school, not raise your hand. What, in the name of the Emperor, is the meaning of this outburst?
I mean, the defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Huh? How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
Objection. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it, it's irrelevant.
It's relevant.
It's relevant. It's irrelevant.
Cosmo is so commanding.
Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. I'll be eating a burger since this is obviously a waste of time. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
What? I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yes, but...
It's just a case of proving it. And the key to doing that is evidence.
Right, evidence.
All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. It's time to cross-examine! Cross-examine!
All right, then. It's all or nothing. Banging on the desk. That feels good.
Not yet. It doesn't feel good yet.
What the witnesses saw.
It potentially feels good.
I was adjusting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a technical discussion with the old man.
Yes!
Yes, exactly. That's what I did. Why aren't you saying anything? Is this some new interrogation technique?
I hadn't actually thought of what I wanted to ask.
Just ask about anything that catches your attention. Anything that bothers you.
All right, then. This beef steak you mentioned, what kind of food is that?
Attention!
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 Oh.
Beefsteak is a delicious cut of veal, vigorously cooked on the cast iron grill and served piping hot.
Oh,
If food could receive medals of honor, beefsteak would be almost as highly decorated as a cutlet.
right. I see. Thank you, sir. So, next question. Your cat tried to eat your toe. Oh, cats are trying to eat toes all over the country today.
Oh no.
I don't have a cat.
I see. Thank you, sir. Next question. This cutlet you mentioned, what kind of food is that?
Attention!
Ah!
Cutlet is a delicious cut of veal tossed in breadcrumbs and deep fried in cooking oil. Accept your guilty verdict, atone for your crimes, and when you're released from prison, try it!
Yes, sir. I will, sir. On the double, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, but how about trying to stick to questions that are relevant to the case?
Sorry, I'll do my best. So, next question. Is it just me, or do you keep hearing a sort of crying noise?
Negative!
Well, at least we've learned he's a big beef lover. Your cat is whining. She thinks she wants to go outside. She doesn't. Snow.
So much snow.
Well, at least we've learned that he's a big beef lover.
Affirmative.
It's not easy knowing what questions to ask.
Yeah, you're a prime presser.
Yeah!
Not snow, cold. Okay, well, there's a lot of snow here right now.
Yeah. It also looks like it wants photos of Spider-Man. Unfortunately, photographs are very new.
I want this innovative, marvelous device test of Spider-Man!
Well, could you pay me in advance?
You serious?
Hey, for what? Standing there? Okay.
Okay. So, anything that bothers you?
Banging the desk. Weird kink, but no. Whoa.
No.
Oh, God.
It's not a kink, it's a drug.
What?